Well, hello and a good Monday morning to you. Welcome in here to the short morning sports stream. Of course, back here in NBA 2K16 My Career. Hope you had a good weekend. Enjoyed the Super Bowl. If you watched it at all, if not, I hope you enjoyed whatever
2K
you
Sports
did.
pregame show.
I know not everyone's a fan of
Welcome
football.
to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Indiana Pacers.
But I know that's how I spent my Sunday night, was watching the Super Bowl.
Their win streak now stands at 7 straight with no signs of letting up. Playing with a great energy right now. We'll see if they can get it to 8. Almost the end of the regular season. Several teams looking very good for the playoffs. Kenny, what's more valuable, having well-rested players or getting
It's
home
like
court
we're all
advantage?
sitting ready to go.
Rest. If you're healthy, home court advantage. Easy, Ernie. But the rhythm and momentum are just as important entering the postseason.
You know what?
Yeah,
Back in the day, everyone tried to play a full 82. Even if you had a
Little
sprained
surprised
finger or
by
head
the
cold,
entire
yeah,
outcome
forget
of
that.
the game,
I'm
at
playing.
least
But my advice, if you have a shot at home court, you go for it.
how much Denver was just
You would play with it.
defensively all over
I know
Carolina.
that was cold. I was too hot.
I am glad to see Peyton Manning win. If this is indeed his last game, then I'm very glad to see that he'll be able to go out on top. But yeah, it was kind of what kind of scary to me was the simulation that I ran as a bonus on Saturday. How scary close that was to the actual game. I mean, score-wise, it was only off by a little bit. The simulation had it 30-13 Broncos. Final score was 24-10 in the actual Super Bowl, so it was close there score-wise. But it was also close in the sense that in the simulation, Denver's defense just dominated Carolina, and they couldn't get anything going offensively. And it's kind of how the actual Super Bowl played out. Maybe my simulation saw more into the game than what other sims ran. It was definitely interesting how closely accurate it was.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
That's my bad there.
The Pacers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Hill kicks to Ellis. Freak sets a screen for Ellis. Jumper off the screen. Hill, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't.
But overall, yeah, I enjoyed watching the game. Like I said, I enjoyed seeing Peyton, win again, and what could be. And I really hope, as much as I hate to see players retire in that, especially guys that I've been watching for most of their career. It's sad to see him go, but I'd rather see Peyton retire and go out on top than play one more year and just have an awful season.
And a wide open look here for Ellis. That ball's nice feed that time.
And then
from
have
George.
to go out on some kind of extremely sour note. So I know he said he's obviously going to think about it. It's funny how much every interview he had, they asked him that question. I love his I'm going to drink a lot of Budweiser answer tonight. That was fun.
Shot on the way. It's hauled in by George.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Excellent D there from Aflalo. Knicks trail by 5. All going up court. Great defense that time from Ellis.
Can you subscribe to me on
For
YouTube?
Indiana, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field.
Yeah, I mean, if
shooting over
you want to do a
50%.
subscribe for subscribe, I'd be up for that.
Moore dishes to George. And it's George again missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Up top, Mills. He's guarded by Hill. 3 for Caspi, and he gets the bucket.
And they've got to talk to each other on D. There's miscommunication, and
Can't
now
find my
he's able
computer.
to make them pay.
Hill passes to Moore. It's back
A lot
to
of
Hill.
things there. Okay,
Moore
let's try this
outside.
again.
Doubled by a follow. It's
Oh,
George
that's
on
the
wing.
wrong pass to make.
Back to Moore. The Knicks pull it in. The Pacers beat them last time when these two teams met in Indiana.
And the
I don't know
issues
why
they had
I was
defensively
thinking
in
Ellis was
part,
playing
I
at the
thought,
small
was
forward
a huge
position.
factor, really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with the road win.
And he gets it to go.
A nice little
Moore's got
jumper.
his second basket of the night.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game.
Started off hot, then cooled off, and now the Knicks have kind of made a charge back here.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Well, there's no lack of range in this. The leading three-point shooters among the... Josh Smith.
And, you know, there was a
Kristaps
time in the league when you wouldn't
Porzingis.
see a group of big guys
Ah,
like
speaking
this,
of the
but
Knicks,
game
I
has
have
evolved.
seen the news this morning
Versatility
that they've
now
fired
is why
Derek
we see
Fisher.
So many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And these guys are really incredible. I mean, on one trip, they give you points in the paint. On the next trip, they give you points behind the arc.
Looks like possibly another
Range and versatility in
former
spades.
player that's kind of flamed out as a
Their
coach.
first foul shot
Doesn't
of the
really
night.
surprise me. I mean, New York's got a talented enough roster to compete for a playoff spot in the East.
That
But
one
here
misses.
now they've lost 5 straight and 9 out of their last 10. So I can understand why he's fired. He doesn't exactly have a great record in the first place.
Assist from Wynn. 6 points for Freak. New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game.
But I think it puts some, you know, watching a video, and I agree that it puts some pressure on,
And he was fouled in the act of shooting.
put some pressure on
Answering
Phil
a
Jackson to
three-point play.
deliver now.
Your heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pacers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also knocking down the mid.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled
And now
that
he's
one
got a,
off
you know,
in
he's
the
got,
course
from
of
what
an
I've heard,
excellent
the
game.
coach he
Are you
wanted
kidding me?
there in the first
Mama
place.
always said if you got it, flaunt it.
But because Derek Fisher was the hot name,
Let
you
it
know, he
fly.
kind of got forced into making that pick. But now I think this team has to deliver, and he's got to show that this was the team he hyped up.
Again, Indiana.
His shooting has been outstanding.
His job
Definitely one of the reasons
may really be on the hot seat.
Cannon, the pass to Caspi. Here's Porzingis. Moore with the block. And it's out of bounds.
Oh.
He's able to retain possession.
I more wanted to dive and throw that back in, but I just kind of stepped out of bounds. I guess that works.
There's 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's O'Quinn. And the Knicks miss again.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark a little
Hill.
there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces.
No!
If it evens out.
Woo!
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pacers lead by... And Let's take a moment to hear a little bit from Josh Smith about his development throughout his NBA.
You know, coming in at 18, you know, really.
You kind of hear that growth in his voice, don't you think? And it's interesting to hear Josh Smith talking about getting introspective about himself and his game at this point of his career.
You know, that's a great point there, Kevin. I mean, like he said, he really has grown tremendously as a player, as a teammate, as a man, and just as an adult person in society. And he's become a real credit to our game.
Oh, whoops. Oh, good thing he missed that.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
A lot of tough D
Nailed
being
it.
played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
They've got Smith. Porzingis is out there with Kyle O'Quinn.
Ah, come on. You
And
gotta
it's
play
Cannon
tighter
with the
defense.
one. That's the 5.
Let's go.
Right now. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets got the job done. He finished with 30 points and, as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well.
Ha! The
That
good old
really
defensive
jump out
3
at you in the box
seconds.
score.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of.
I don't know. You may see me hit
games in a
30
row,
points
but,
tonight.
hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Well, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Hill comes in for
Oh,
Jeremy Lin.
pass leading to a foul there.
Indiana shooting their second.
Oh, there it is. I was
First
like, wait a
shots at the
second.
line.
I'm not going to get credit for that?
The first free throw is good. And New York making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Both free throws good from Turner.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there.
Miles
at the line.
Turner
He
putting
has
in
an
some great
excellent
performances
stroke
in
and a
real life. I
percentage
know
to
I've mentioned that before. Yeah, I've
Smith with a
picked
screen
him up
pass.
on my fantasy basketball team and have been enjoying his great
Now
play
here's
here.
Mills. He's guarded by Ellis. Lopez a screen. Here's Mills. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Hill kicks to Moore. Off target.
Oh,
would have pushed the lead
I really
to
got to
double
get my
digits.
inside scoring up.
Here's Cannon. He's guarded by Ellis. Smith left side. No luck. Excellent D there from George. Pacers leading by 9. On the wing, George fires the 3. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
Well, at least everyone else. Well, I mean, I'm shooting well,
That's
too.
another
I mean, I've
assist
got
for a
14
team that is
points thus
putting on the
far.
clinic on how to share the ball.
Not like I'm
And
playing
I love the
awful.
mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Caspi, he's checked in for New York. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Pacers. Lopez a screen. And here's Mills from the arc. He makes that one drop. Only a second, 5 tries.
Now I look at the Knicks bench here. I don't think Derek Fisher's the head coach here either.
George dishes to Moore. That's good.
It looks like he's gotten fired here in the game as well.
He could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Yeah, that's definitely not Derek Fisher there.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Lopez a screen. Now here's Mills. He's got 6. Shot clock at 6. Knocks it loose. That's good. Lopez has got his first points of the night.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely
Woo!
derail
Get out of
a
here,
team's
Robin.
chance to win. Taking it to the rack, power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And here's Mills. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Moore left side on the wing. Good. And it's
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to guard me, that's fine by
Mills
me.
got 4 assists in the game.
That's their third straight
Up
take
to
off of
20
the
points
six.
already. Yeah, I think I'll be able to repeat that 30-point performance.
Here is Caspi. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Pacers leading by 13.
I keep this up, I may have a double-double for the half.
There's Moore. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Moore's got 22 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter.
I am unconscious, I think.
Lopez a screen.
I hope I'm somewhat
Here's
conscious.
Mills for three. Rebounded by Moore. Moore's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded.
Oh, I'm just
effort
cleaning up. Hey,
overall.
1,000 fame.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific
Boy, I may have 30
job
points
in
before
terms of leading
halftime.
their offense.
Cannon, the pass to Mills. Teardrop shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
And I do have a double-double before
You know,
halftime
the
now.
teardrop sometimes is one of those, oh no, oh yeah shots.
To the wing right side. And a wide open look for Freak. And Indiana, another three.
Another
You know I
pass
can
put
shoot from there,
into
right?
The shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we
Nope.
haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
There we go.
And it's Indiana's ball. They're on a 19-7 run. And Miles kicks to Hill. Down low. Here's Moore. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Can't
That one-hand
stop
slam
me.
is so sweet. When
Man,
it's
I
his
may have
hand
50
doing the
points
slam.
in this
Oh,
game.
yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Here's Lopez. And a big bounce off the
Ah.
run, but it sinks right in.
Just
Lucky shot.
the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Moore. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
Woo!
Hill's got assist
Well,
number
I
8 here.
definitely
in
got
this
30
one
points before
And guys, they
halftime.
continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior
Wow.
defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And here's Mills for three, and that one's good. He's
Okay.
got 11 here in this
I'll
quarter
give him
alone.
that one.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there? Because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right
I
on
will see if I
target
can
you
keep
are,
that up
Greg.
in
I
the
mean,
second
quick
half, or if I'm
release
going
is
to
what
score
made
31
the
points, and that's
difference
going to be
there.
it for the rest of the game.
And that shot is
0 points in the
being
second
blocked.
half.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Oh,
Pacers out in front, leading
Canada.
by 17. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, a double-double already in the books for you, and we're only at the half. Do you see them trying to throw different looks at you to slow you down?
Yeah, I think they'll try to. A few more double teams, maybe a different defender on me.
You simply can't get enough of you. Thanks for joining us. Kevin?
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there.
Boom, 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 boom.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yes, I have.
Double already. I mean, this is the sort of energy performance that just energizes your entire team.
He has impacted the game in a bunch of different ways. Really gonna be
I
hard
should have
to
gone
slow
up for
him
the
down
block
now.
instead of the
I tell you
steal
what,
there.
This has been fun to watch.
On the court for Indiana. Moore, he's in at the 4 spot. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then it's Turner. And it's George in at the small forward. And Moore kicks to Ellis. Turner with a screen for Ellis. It's rebounded by
Oh, should have had
Lopez has
that.
got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Caspi. Pacers with the rebound. Moore's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went
Teleportation.
chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness. I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Oh no! Oh,
Passing
what was I
lane
thinking
wasn't
there?
open for long. He closed it
problem
down in
I
a
wasn't
heartbeat
thinking.
there to get the steal.
And he gets the bucket. Caspi's got 5 points so far. About 1 minute played here in the second half.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
There's the screen. Here's Hill. Can't hit. So New York will take it the other way. A decent amount of time.
All right.
To find a way
Come
back
on.
into it.
Not time to panic yet, guys.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Mills dishes to Smith. The rebound by Turner.
Yep.
And honestly,
Hit
not
that
real
shot.
happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Hill passes to Moore. From 17 feet out. And he buries
Got it.
that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Oh, get
Moore's
offensive
got
rebounds.
33.
F.
And after
Okay.
his last game,
Sorry.
really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Let's bring up
And then
the
I
2K
went and bragged
leaderboard.
into the
Show you the teams
Knicks
that have
bench
shot
there.
the lights out. Number 1, the Pacers.
And really, the basketball IQ has just evolved. Just the way they move the ball and share it. They always
Shove my
find
crotch
good
in everyone's face.
Seraphin, he's checked in for New York. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Caspi. Then for the Pacers, Olynyk, he's checked in for Turner. Solomon Hill comes in for George. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Hill. Smith with it. He's picked up by Hill. Here's Seraphin. Lands off.
Yeah, too much switching there.
There's gotta be
Ended
some
up with a
defensive help
mismatch.
there. I mean, the size difference is just too great.
Got it.
Dishes it to Hill.
Inside.
Ellis kicks to Moore.
Cut, Ellis. Cut.
Back to Ellis. The dish to Moore. Shot clock at
Woo!
6.
There we go.
And that's his MO.
That could have been you
Sometimes
if
he
you
can
would've
score
cut.
more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Knicks trail by 15.
Not sure if
Now
there's a
Mills.
command I could give to
11
tell
points
him
in
to
the
cut. Guess I could have had him run the pick and roll.
Pass to a flower. Mills with it. 18 feet out. Rebounded by Moore.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The
Charge!
rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up. Shaping up to
Swoosh.
be a great game. I mean,
Hey,
strong
2,500 more
performances
fans.
throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
The conversion king is at it
Now
again.
here's Mills. Guarded closely. On the wing of Flello. Fires the 3. But they recover it. It's rebounded
Oof.
by
I
Ellis.
think I was able to tip that to
Pacers
Ellis.
leading by 17.
That was a huge, long rebound.
Lynn kicks to Olynyk.
Oh,
Shot is
Olynyk,
off.
what was that?
For New York, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And he gets the bucket. Mills has got 13.
Ugly shot.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. Now, taking a look at some stats for Josh Smith. This past month, he's
I don't want to
really
take
set
a look at
himself apart.
stats for
He's
Josh
averaging
Smith.
11 points a game, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
Just 5 to shoot. And the wide open shot from Stuckey.
Ah, Stuckey.
Indiana again missing.
Come on,
Knicks
Stuckey.
trail
Hit
by
a shot when I
15.
pass it to you for once.
Here's Cannon. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And it's Smith, top of the key. Porzingis. It's good.
Okay,
on the
that's
putback.
my fault
They're
there.
consistently finding ways to get the ball inside.
Bouncing around too much there.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Moore with the bucket.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them.
I'm
all
on
by himself,
fire.
it looks like.
Here's Cannon. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game from downtown. That's in the Pacer lead.
Wow, there's the rare three-pointer that Josh Smith makes.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
And the foul goes on Isaiah Cannon. That'll be his second
Tried
foul of the
to
game.
bowl his way through that
Take a look for New
screen.
York. Lopez comes in for Kevin Serafin, and it's Caspi in for Josh Smith. And a change for the Pacers. George is checked in.
Oh, right down the lane,
Boy, he
Robin
threw out some
Lopez.
punishment with that two-hand
Too slow.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Here's Cannon, defended by Lynn. A follow outside. There's the pass to Porzingis.
Yeah.
New York needs to get off a shot. Puts it up. Kept alive by New York. Not watching the line. That'll be a backcourt violation.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
And I don't know if anybody can tell you what he was thinking, because I certainly have no idea.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Turner comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and George Hills subbed in for
What was
Jeremy
that?
Lin. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and the officials signal the backcourt violation.
What happened?
Not very careful there.
Only their first.
I went to pass it
turnover
to
of the
Turner
game,
and
taking terrific
nobody
care
was there.
of the basketball.
Just
And
kind
that's
of
one
threw the
more
ball
key to their
backwards.
lead, guys.
It's
I mean,
weird.
they're creating opportunities for each other and not the other team.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit.
Okay.
We'll make it.
Not quite sure how to explain that one, but
And thanks again
we'll
for
go with
joining
it.
us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Indiana leading by 12. All right, now a chance to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth
Give 'em a
quarter
second
action.
chance.
All
Oh.
field ready to go. And New York looking at who they've got. Caspi is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Aflalo. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. And it's Lopez in at the center. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Also because I accidentally tapped the Y button too many times and it passed it to Turner. I did want to take that shot myself.
Free ball well. Second chance effort, and he lays it up and in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Took an
On the
extra
flip
bounce
side,
I
Greg,
was
the
not
defenders
prepared
have
for.
to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also jumped on any opportunity
Doop,
they've had
doop.
to attack
Man,
the
I want to
basket
get to
tonight.
50 points so
Excellent
bad.
penetration.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Smith comes in for Caspi, and it's Mills in for Cannon. Now here's Mills to the paint. The 10-footer. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side.
All right, nice little turnaround there.
Nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
And
easy,
here is
Hill.
Hill.
Easy, easy, easy.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
More outside. Hill with it. Now guarded by Aflalo. And
Big
Free
dunk.
throws it down.
Well, okay. That
And
wasn't
really,
as
he's
big as I
just
thought
done
it
a
was.
great job
It
of
felt the
finding
way I
the
was
open
winding
man
up there. This was
every
going to
trip
be a
down.
big, heavy
Boy, it
hammer.
sure seemed as though he's done it every time.
Bam, chicka, bow, wow.
Awesome display of passing for him today.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the
Do
sideline.
not allow inside
Hey
back.
guys, well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the
Baskets,
team in
not
that last
backets.
break.
I don't know what a
He
backet
let his
is.
players know that they've got to do
The
a better
basket
job
without
on
the
defense.
S.
He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively,
Whoops.
get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Booga,
Defense has
booga.
been a little soft, allowing them some operating room inside here in the second half, and they're taking advantage of it, which is what they should do. Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Freak sets a screen for Lynn. Ellis. Here's Turner. can't get it to go.
Ah!
New York the other way now. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland,
get in the
taking
right
on the
spot there.
Trailblazers. And that's the first of 6 played on the road. For 3. Oh, Quinn can't hit. Indiana leading by 10. George dishes to Lynn. Moore passes to Lynn. Back to Moore. And it's
Oh! I shouldn't have tried to contest that. That was stupid.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And he knocks down the first one. 2 shots. And he can't hit the second. The Pacers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's George. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Boy, am I going to get stuck at 43 again?
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Smith kicks to Mills. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Here's Moore, and he jams it after taking the.
Well, at least I got to 45.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the
I need
idea
3 more shots. I guess if I could hit a 3-pointer.
Now here's Mills, defended by Lynn, and Mills kicks to Afflalo. And the Knicks miss again.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is.
And one! Yes! All right, well, there's my 3-point
The
play.
basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
A different look for New York. Robin Lopez is checked in for Kevin Serafin.
All right.
And it's Caspian for Kyle O'Quinn. Knicks trail by
1
16.
more basket.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Here's Smith. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
There it is! Woo! 50 points!
But really,
Woo-hoo!
it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Finally hit that mark.
Clark, they've been looking out
Had a couple like 43-point
a basket
games.
here would do a lot for their confidence.
Lopez drives in. Good work defensively by Turner.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Here's the screen. Ellis kicks to Moore. 17-foot shot on the way.
And there's 52 now.
Picking up the assist.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already
Now I'm going to
done it.
follow
I mean,
this up with a big dud in the next one.
Spread the floor.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Zinkus, he's checked in for Smith. A minute 50 left in the 4th quarter. And Caspi kicks to Mills.
Well, we got the horse races going on?
Six to shoot. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Now in transition is Lin. Here we go.
Oh, that's a
And
dunk.
so it's going to end up in the
Easy
record books
dunk.
as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pacers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
Take
And
that.
reaching an impressive milestone on the year, this will be win number 60. And guys, they have played so well this season. I think pretty much any given night, they've come in with that swagger and attitude, and they've really backed it up.
A healthy serving of humble pie, owning the season series throughout. This victory will give them a clean sweep of 3-0 this year against the Knicks.
And when
Woo!
you look back at this one,
I needed
what
to
an
pick up an
amazing
assist. I
performance
realized I
this
had
was for
0
free.
on the game.
Just an
I should at
outpouring
least
of
get
points
1.
from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
I got my 50 points. I'm happy.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Clock at 6. The Knicks rebound. Here's
Oh.
Porzingis. Pins the shot with nobody near him.
I didn't think they would recover that one.
Lynn with it. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
No, we can't let the clock run out here.
Moore outside. Here's George. Again, Indiana.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here.
I wish
over
we
the
could
last
have,
few
but yeah,
possessions.
that's definitely
Clear
some
case here, partner,
couple
of
second
saving their best
difference
for
there.
last. Quite a run.
Here's Mills.
They're just going to let the clock
So
run
no
out.
problem for Indiana as they get the win. A resounding victory.
Overall coach satisfaction, a C-.
That's
I scored 52 points, who cares, right?
The game and just completely took the crowd.
I scored as many points as the Knicks did.
And time now to go courtside as we send Jordan Dorsberg from the
Oh, it's great. I didn't even pay attention to that till right now. Oh.
Well, congratulations on the win and for setting your season high in points scored for yourself. Would you say this is the best game you've played this year?
Season high and career high.
Yeah, I think it's up there for sure. I don't think I've had many other games where I've been this effective on the offensive end. There might have been a few where I've had a more complete game, but this is probably the most best offensive game I've had so far, for sure.
It was a pleasure for us to watch. Thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you
That
for joining
stadium
us. That'll do it
is
for now.
empty.
This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson.
Hello
joined
again.
by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them. And he took a lot of them
52,
to score more than 50 points.
18,
And
2
Shaq, I can
assists,
tell you
2
wanna say
blocks as
something.
well. I
Your
think I
comment?
finished with 2
The
blocks.
job he did down low was fantastic. That's right, fantastic. He had great understanding of the way the defense was set up in the paint. He had a ton of high percentage looks close to the bucket and converted every time. Nice game, real nice game.
What can you say about the show he put on tonight? That was simply basketball greatness. You hardly get a player that gets that focused, that determined. He did the work of 3 players out there tonight.
There's that
He
and
got the
one
points
shot.
to prove it.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
$24 for 27. Wow. 2 for 2 from the line. 2 for 2 from three-point land. 25 minutes. Only 1 foul. No turnovers. Okay, yeah, I did get 2 blocks. All right, that is what I finished with. Well, I'd have to say that's the best game I've probably ever had on here. Maybe the best game ever, too. I don't know if I'll ever hit the 50-point mark again, but man, that was fun. I was glad I at least got there once. February 8th, 2016. Hit 50 points in MyCareer. Time for this game against the Jazz now. Jazzy.
With the Diesel and the Jet. This is Ernie
Diesel
Johnson.
and the
Welcome
Jet.
to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Utah Jazz. Well, for Utah, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. And guys, this team getting some big help in the form
Diesel
of Freak.
and the
He has stepped up and been a big
Jets.
contributor over this.
Doesn't
recent
work as well as
stretch of
Josie and the
games.
Pussycats.
Shaq, what's been the change?
You really have to
You know, he's playing
extend
under
Jets.
control, Ernie. He's not trying to do too much with each possession. You know, he's also being more aggressive, taking the initiative. You know, he's just going at people. The barbecue chicken theory, Ernie. Get out of my way. I'm going to eat you.
Yeah, I mean, Freak might be one of my favorite players coming up, Ernie. I mean, his teammates are trusting him more, giving him opportunities, trusting that the fact that he can score, and their success as a unit is also increased because of their trust in him.
You know who Freak reminds me of?
Who's that?
Me.
Oh, yeah.
And that wraps it up here. Thanks for joining us.
See here,
We will see you next
2016 Crystal Ball for the next NFL season. Number 1, the Cowboys, Colts, and Ravens all bounce back. Mario Williams revives his career in New England. Odell Beckham Jr. leads the NFL in receiving yards and touchdowns. The Raiders declare themselves a traveling team. Peyton Manning becomes the face of the new Tennessee Titans ownership group. The Carolina Panthers start 0-2, sparking a rash of breathless "What's wrong with Cam Newton" headlines. Los Angeles Rams use 4 different starting quarterbacks, including Robert Griffin III. Chip Kelly coaches the 49ers into the playoffs. 6 teams change head coaches after the season.
Indiana, as we get ready for an interconference contest here in Indianapolis. Well, before you
And the Cincinnati Bengals will beat the Arizona Cardinals in Super Bowl 51.
As we bring you another NBA
That's the 2016 NFL Crystal Ball, according to ESPN.
And Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. The road trip ends for the Jazz here as they leave for Utah for the game. Well, they know they have their work cut out for them here tonight and during a stretch
Thought I
of
could
games
get through the
facing a lot of
contact
talented
there.
teams.
You know, the trip they've got in front of them, as long and as difficult as it may be, could be a
Oh, wow.
point
Come on,
if they
guys.
come
Box
through it
out.
successfully. I mean, those long trips can oftentimes, when you're on the road, be momentum builders for you.
Yeah, and it's also a time when they can come together and start to build some chemistry. Because if you get on a losing streak, clearly it can go the other way and be demoralizing.
Half
So
a
let's
second.
just see how this thing
Half a
pans out.
second.
All right, let's set the floor.
Patience,
Gatorade,
young man.
all fueled
Patience.
up and ready to go. So on the floor for Utah. Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Draymond Green is out there with Gobert, and it's Exum in at the 1. Now here's Moore. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
Oof, there we go.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Here's Exum. Hayward kicks to Burks. Green
I
with a
tried to
screen on
jump in
Ellis.
front of that pass.
Now, here's Burks. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Just 5.
Oh, I
Out to
stepped.
Hayward.
Ooh, good thing there was good defense there.
It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Haywood. Hayward.
Faces have gone 1 of 3.
Hayward, Hayward, Hayward.
So far.
I can score in this game.
Now, here's Ellis. Defense right on him. Now the dish to Moore.
He can really
Burks
score.
with the double team.
Oop.
Near the 3-point line, it's Ellis. Burks pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Woo! Good thing you missed that. Oh, no.
On the bases with possession here. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside,
Wait. Oh.
it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Find someone to guard
Now,
here.
Here's Burks. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Here's Exum. First shot.
That's too easy there.
He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here is Hill. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6
There we go.
points a game.
Defense just
Shot in
not
the lane
strong
there.
enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
And the
Uh-oh.
wide shot from Green. No good from outside. Indiana trailing here. Ellis the pass to Moore. The 11-footer. That's good.
I tell you what,
Turn
guys,
around
it's gonna be a
and
tough day on this
scooch.
defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Exum dishes to Green. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all
I got
over
bumped
him.
out of the way there.
Green's got his first basket. Pacers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since
Ran into George.
Pass to Turner. And a foul called on the shot.
Close to an and one.
So he'll shoot 2 right here.
Come on, Turner. One. Get this. Come on, let's tie this game back up.
As a team.
You know, the numbers
Nice.
from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Indiana. Jeremy Lin comes in for Hill.
Oh, Teagues is over here in Utah now? Interesting.
And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Out of space right there to
Good
get
move.
that shot off.
I was expecting him to drive. He pulled up for the jumper.
Screen in that particular play.
On the wing, George. Passes to Moore. In the corner, it's Lin. Drains it.
Knock that down, Lin.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
For Utah, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%.
That's why I prefer him over George Hill. Hill would probably brick that 3.
There's a minute 47 left in the first. There's the bucket. Good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Lin. Nobody near George.
Woohoo!
Good off the assist from
Jump for
Lin.
joy!
George has got his second bucket tonight. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well.
We need
Comfy.
to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Trey Lyles.
Devastating finisher on the inside. The best field goal percentage in the league.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Turner. And it's Solomon Hill in for Paul George. The Jazz shooting their first free throw.
Shaky screen.
Free throw, no good.
Ha-ha! Success.
And he's good on the second. The Pacers shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Lin kicks to Olynyk. Indiana moving it around. Lin dishes to Moore. Hill passes to Lin. And Indiana.
Woo! Wow.
A wide open
Nice
three.
ball
They
movement.
need much better communication defensively.
Pass to Lyles.
Ah.
It's rebounded by Indiana.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Stuckey, no.
Stuckey can't get
No,
it to
no, no,
go.
no.
So for the Jazz, their last game a loss to the Boston Celtics.
And really, had they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game, I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line.
5 to shoot. The high post shot. Offensive rebound.
Nope.
Moore with the block. Outside, Lin, 20 feet out.
Ah.
From Moore.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
It's up. Nope.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
This is the game I was afraid of. They scored 52, and then it's kind of going to be a dud in this game.
Guys, that is simply just good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. A total team effort out there.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter.
Get in your head,
The off
Green.
guard with Hayward at the 3. Gobert is out there with Green.
Well, that'll help.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead.
I'm sorry, were you attempting to play
Now it
defense?
sends it to Doris from the sideline.
I did not see the door.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks was just a man on a mission. He had 52 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something
Oh
special.
no, what am I doing?
No matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under
I
control.
wanted to pass to
Now here's
Hill.
Gobert. Taking a look at his numbers,
throw it to
he
Ellis
averages about
instead.
7 points a game. Fires from the wing. The Jazz with another miss. Pacers leading by 5. Hill kicks to Ellis. Right wing. Feeds it to Miles. Dishes to Ellis. Olynyk sets a screen for Ellis. And against the shot.
Whoa,
the
nice
ball
shot.
coming off the pick. Ellis has got his first basket.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
And the foul call.
Ah.
That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Olynyk, and it's Paul George in for C.J. Miles. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Hayward. The Jazz with another miss.
Ooh, he's missing a lot of shots in this
Off
one.
the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now, here's George. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Here's Hill after Gordon Hayward's bucket. Outside Hill. To the inside, to the middle. Here's Moore.
And one.
It's good.
Yes.
Through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Post.
Spot Gordon Hayward.
Raymond
Just
Green.
superb in terms of their athletic defending ability. I mean, all of them. They never give up on a play and do everything they can to challenge each and every shot.
Well, you think the energy they
Oh. Oops.
Beautiful jam. Grown man's power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Clock at 6. From deep, Ellis. Cannot hit.
No.
The other way. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys. Hey, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens.
That.
We call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
This one for 3. They get the rebound. 4. And
Ow.
that's good. Nice job
Clean
with
that
the
up
pass
and
as
put
they
that
pick
back
up
in.
2 on the second effort.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
That is good. 6
Okay,
points for
definitely
Gordon
got to get
Hayward.
them around there on
Boy,
the
they are
baseline.
passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets
Woo!
have come
Just
by way of
boom.
an assist. In a moment here, check out the stats for Hayward. since the All-Star break, he's been putting in work. He's right around 17 points a night, 4 assists,
Some good
and 4
stats.
rebounds. Night in and night out.
They're not my stats.
That's why he leads the team in scoring. Almost every play feels like it runs through him.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis, and it's Jeremy Lin in for Hill. The kick out to Moore. Lets it fly from 18.
Woo!
Good on the assist by Jordan. Moore's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pacers.
Really put much on that
Now,
shot, but it was
Burke,
enough to go in.
defended by Lin. Burke, the pass to Lyles. Tiggs, Turner covering, kicks it to Burke, lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Indiana. Moore's
I
got
will
6
take that.
rebounds in the
Thank you
game.
very much.
George with the ball. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Knicks in New York. And the lead now.
Sploosh.
George has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Everyone do the flop.
A little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
The pass to Arnold. And he banks in the layup.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Stolen.
Oh, no, 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 no. Charge!
There's 38 seconds left in the first half. Here's Burke. They set the pick. Pass to Lyles. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. From deep. Burke can't get it to go.
Not even
Pacers
close.
leading by 9. Up top, Lin. 6 points for him. George, that's a 2-pointer. Can't make good off the pick.
Woo!
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's
Utah.
all right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
A nice quarter for Freak. 8 rebounds and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they need it.
Cole in at power forward. Ellis is out there with Hill. Then it's Paul George, and it's Turner in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's
I'm
the group
going
out
to
there
take
for Indiana.
most responsibility on
Nothing
that.
like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off their
Dang it,
lead.
Hill. Why?
If the defense keeps giving up
Every
easy baskets
time.
like that, it won't be a lead for long. Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Outside, George over to the left wing. Gobert brings the double team. Moore dishes to Hill. And the layup
There
is
you
good.
go. Hit that
Banks.
shot.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
That's a shot I'm fine with you taking.
Exum kicks to Gobert. There's the pick. Hayward against George. Shoots from the line, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Got it. Get the ball inside.
Outside Hill. At the elbow, it's Freak. He kicks it to George. George gets a screen from Moore. George.
Boing!
You know what?
Boy,
Sometimes
we're having
you can
trouble
be
hitting
over.
shots
I
here.
think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Exum passes to Green. Green with a screen on George. Hayward dishes to Green. The putback throws it down with the quick putback jam.
Was there any doubt what he was going to do with that putback? Flush it down.
Oh, that's some energy we just witnessed right there.
And that's the kind of energy you have to display when you want to attack that offensive glass.
There we go.
Good. 15 points for
Need to
Freak.
do
He's
something
got
there.
some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Oh, that one bad transition defense thing killed me there.
The later we get in the season, the hotter these teams have gotten. They're shooting leaders since the All-Star break in the NBA.
Patience.
Number one, the
Patience.
No doubt.
Taking
their
early
offense has
threes is
really
leading
hit
to
its
long
stride. I mean,
rebounds.
they're making the extra pass and not settling for that first shot that presents itself. And you see that in their shooting percentage.
Olynyk, he's checked in for Indiana. Hill comes in for George.
This is the first time Olynyk's come into this game. I wasn't paying that close of attention.
Now Gobert. 6 to shoot. Hayward outside. Green, the screen. Shot from 12. Shot is off. Excellent D from
where's my point guard?
Indiana leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Olynyk. Good. The assist goes to him.
Oh, nice little quick turnaround.
Hill's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it.
Whoops.
He has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Yeah, well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced.
Looked over at my computer, got distracted there for a second, and forgot I was playing defense.
He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Out to the right wing. Gobert with the screen on Hill. Hayward goes in, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Hayward's got 8 points.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Chance to check out the numbers.
Bum,
He's
bum,
averaging 6
bum.
points a game, 12 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Hill. Utah also making some changes. Lyle comes in for Gobert. And it's Burke in for Exum. And a wide open look for Freak.
All right.
Ellis picking up the assist.
Run away! He's too good. We can't guard him.
Burke kicks to Green. Hayward goes in.
Ooh,
Right
Ellis,
on
that's
through for another
embarrassing.
basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Freak sets a screen for Ellis. Inside, the 11-footer, and it goes through once again. Nice hit there from Moore. Moore's got 21.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them.
Expect it to not go in?
10 straight points off assist. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game
I guess so,
easy
since
and
I'm
fun to
only
watch.
shooting 83%.
Green with a screen on Lynn. Burke the pass to Green. To the middle. That's it, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Burks.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is.
Here, pass it to me. I'm totally standing in bounds.
Outside, Lynn. Jacks up a 3. That's good.
Nice.
Lynn's
Thought that was
got
gonna
9
miss.
points.
It looked like it was a little bit off to the right.
Continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Caught
Clearly
just
an
enough
example of a different mindset between these teams.
inside of
Green,
the rim.
screen. They set the pick. Now here's Burke. From about 19 feet, off the left rim and out.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grip.
It's Ellis on the wing. Burke's covering. Ellis dishes to Moore. Back to Ellis.
Come on, come on. Oh,
Jazz trail by
hey,
12.
Mr. Rai.
Burke with it. feed to Hayward. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. And it's 13 points for Gordon Hayward.
Slacking of a defense there on that.
Down low, here's more. And
ooh, wow, that almost went in and out.
He's one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here.
Things won't change at all.
And so in the game for the Jazz, Hayward out there with Lyles. Then it's Exum, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Arnold in at the 2 spot. It's Hill on the wing, down to 5 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off.
Come on, Hill, hit that. Second to last game.
The fourth quarter here for the Pacers. Jazz trail by 13.
You've come in right at the middle. You missed my 50-point game,
There's
though.
Exum. Passes it to Lyles. Gobert, the screen. There's a screen. George against Hayward. Shot off the pick. Rebounded by Moore.
Give me that.
Moore's got rebound number 9 now. One effort here tonight.
Whoops.
Stolen by Hayward.
Oh, sure, the ball phasing doesn't work for me. Oh, the computer can throw it through the body of anybody.
From Exum.
And
I see how it is.
Really as much as we used to. The finger roll.
Hill inside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
Brick.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Hayward goes in. Pass to Arnold.
All right, who am I guarding here? Oh, wow.
Right on him.
Yeah, let me switch with Hill here.
5 on the clock. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Cheese.
And so it's Indiana with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And stolen.
Oh, that's not being patient on offense as well. Did you punish me, coach, for my teammates' bad decision-making?
Pass to Exum. And the layup's good off the glass.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Pacers leading by 7. The dish to Hill. He feeds it to Moore.
Oh, I should have hit that.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. Hill. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Dante Exum.
Okay, well, that was, I think, patient enough on offense. Ran about 20 seconds off the clock.
Straightforward call. Simple.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Utah's head coach address his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some
any way you want it, that's the way you need it.
Get us stops and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And Turner.
Ooh, nice block, Turner.
Moore outside. He dishes it to George. To the inside. Here's Turner. Poke loose.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver.
Probably could have looked for a better shot on that one.
That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Gobert with a screen on Stuckey. Arnold is guarded by Stuckey. Here's Arnold. Feeds it to Exum. Dishes it to Hayward.
I should have the offensive board on that one.
Puts it up from 17. The Jazz with another miss. They can take.
Did I just say offensive board? I meant defensive.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that is not being patient at all. What was that?
Kicks to Exum. There's the pass to Arnold. More outside.
Get out.
Outside, George.
Relax. And turn the ball over.
Arnold, defended by George. Here's Arnold. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Okay, good. I think we just got that coaching directive out of the way.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The Pacers making a switch here. Ellis is checked in, and Utah also making a switch. Green's checked in. Pacers leading by 8. There's the screen. Ellis kicks to Moore. Indiana again missing. Jazz
Wow, okay.
That's a
I guess I've gone cold because the whole team's gone cold. I mean, I haven't really shot much at all.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Moore passes to George.
Well, that's all you, George. Nice.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you've come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
I'm just not realizing. I think George has lost his star status.
1:12 left in the 4th quarter of this one.
He's got the 3-point
Here's Exum.
little icon next to his
Kicking it out
name.
to Green. Burks dishes to Green. The Jazz working the ball around now. Craps in the tray.
Wow.
He found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Pacers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Freak sets a screen for Hill. Over in the corner, Turner. Moore against Gobert. Shot clock at 6. Hayward comes with the double team. And Hill has it in the corner. And the Pacers tack on.
There we go.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
Hayward from outside. But they get it back. 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Moore. And there are the Pacers.
Nice.
With another bucket.
And they're not finished.
Bury that nice little jumper.
They want to make sure about this win.
Yeah,
That
not
should be the icing on the
taking any
cake.
chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
No, I didn't see his block on LeBron. I think I saw an alert about
So
it,
it's
but
Indiana
I
picking
didn't
up
see
the
the
win.
actual video.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Freak. He ended up going 5 for 5 from the field, coming out of the locker room after halftime in what turned out to be a great overall night for him. Let's go to Shaq. What can you say about his performance?
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.
He's been playing very well lately. I know I've picked him up on my fantasy basketball team. That's honestly the most, I'll be honest, it's the most I've been paying attention to the NBA is just to keep track of my fantasy basketball team. Alright, what we got here? Beat the pro, catch and shoot threes. No, this is now, that was game 2 of 3. Oh, what happened? Did I not choose that live practice? Whoops. That's what I wanted to do. Great, a Boston drill now? I must have clicked up here on the wrong thing. Ah, well, screw that now. And yeah, he's been very consistent for the most part. I mean, the scoring-wise isn't always there game in and game out. But he's definitely been consistent on the boards and at least getting some blocks. In some games he'll put up 8 points. Some games he'll get into double digit. It's close. Probably pretty close to like a 10-point per game mark here.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
He's cooled off offensively. He's not putting up the first couple of games there where he had like 30 and like 25 or something like that. He's cooled a little bit off from that scoring
Tonight we'll be watching the
performances.
Indiana Pacers playing against the Grizzlies out in Memphis. And guys, for the Grizzlies, playing under 500 basketball over
But he
the
helps
last
get,
10
like I
games.
said, he
They can
helps
do better.
gets
They'll
points,
try to
he
get
gets
on the winning side
rebounds and
tonight.
blocks, which is a big thing.
And if you've been watching this team play lately, you know who they've been getting the big baskets from? Freak! He's been on a tear. How's he gotten so hot,
letting the game
Shaq?
come to him on the offensive end. He's not forcing the shot, but he's still being aggressive, and he always testing his defender. And he's, you know what, Ernie? He smells that barbecue chicken.
I think that's
Can't
what
guard
they're
this man
hoping for him.
one-on-one.
Why they're
Lick
giving
your finger,
him
the barbecue
starting
chicken
minutes
is
now
crispy.
and starting
Making him
time
hungry right now, but
I'm sure they plan for him to be the future in Indiana, or at
we
least
gotta
part
see
of
time.
it.
But he's not settling for any look either. This guy is very versatile.
He keeps this play up and continues to develop. I mean, he's only 19 years old, so he's got plenty of room for development in that. And of course, hopefully he'll be in the league for some time. But playing this good for a young player, very promising signs. Said he continues to improve. He could be a major part of the future of Indiana.
How about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how
I
powerful
definitely.
he was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way
That
to put
Kobe
it. They didn't
Bryant?
have an answer for anything they threw at him.
All fueled up.
Yep. Oh, I figured out where Kobe Bryant went.
Ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Pacers.
Side note there.
He's in at power forward. Ellis is out there with George Hill.
Yeah, I think with the
Then
way
it's
he's
Paul
played
George,
here, he's
and it's
definitely,
Olynyk in at the
starting to
five.
work his
So
way
the
into the Rookie of
Indiana
the Year
Pacers able to put the
conversation.
first points up on the board. Conley kicks to Bryant. Here's Randolph.
He got me on the pump
One
fake.
up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Good way to start the game there. I mean, that's a nice inside bucket.
You're right, Clark. That's exactly what you would want to establish that presence down low early in the game.
Now, here is George. 9-point game his last outing. More. Shot is up.
Oh, that was a
Gasol
wild
with the
shot.
defensive effort.
I'd have been better off just pulling up with the
Doris
jumper
Burke
on that
has
one.
something for us right now. Doris?
I had a chance to catch up with Dave Yeager. And of course, he said a big key for them will be trying to minimize Monte Ellis's impact offensively. He added, he's one of the best in the league at blowing by his defender and finishing at the rim. We've got to force him left, And then at the other end, make sure we go at him defensively and see that he expends some energy.
I need to look for
there
better
as well.
shots than that. I'm not going to be able to
Defense
outmuscle
not
Marc
Ellis'
Gasol.
seems like a
That's
smart plan.
Thank you,
pure
Morris.
stupidity
Now
trying to take
here's
him on
Randolph,
like that.
Following the miss by Freak. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Randolph.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Pacers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. The 9-foot shot.
There,
Moore
that's what I
with the
need to
bucket.
look for.
Moore's got his
When
first
nobody's
points of the game.
guarding me.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Conley. And Kobe, here we go. Soft touch off the
Kobe!
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
I thought he had retired. I guess I haven't played Memphis that much.
Against Utah last time out.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their
That's
shot
funny.
selection was superb.
You do those two things.
I don't think I would have ever guessed Kobe would go and play for Memphis.
Take smart, good shots. You're coming away with a lot of wins.
Now here's Kobe. George Hill missing his last shot.
I figured he would have done in-game what he's doing in real life, retiring as a
Randolph's got
Laker.
his second basket of the night.
I'm just curious to see what his stats even are this year. Oh, that's not bad. He's still about 13 points per game.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
The dish to Moore. It's back to Hill.
Why?
Defensively by Conley.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open.
In
Lucky
what world
right there.
was that a good shot? George Hill's world. That's the answer.
Outside Bryant. Feeds to Randolph. Tries it from 9. And another basket for Memphis.
Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the
Ah,
height
we are
to force
just
the shot there. Never
sluggish in
mind.
this one.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
He was all alone on that.
There, that'll help.
George has got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Uh-oh.
Left side Randolph. 6 on the shot clock. Gasol kicks to Green. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Boy,
Yeah, Towns, Porzingis, Okafor, Turner. That's not a bad
It
ranking
really
there.
has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And Gasol comes to help. It's Ellis on the wing, guarded by Kobe. And it's Ellis penetrating 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Outside, Green. Outside, Kobe. Step back shot. They get it back. Here's Gasol. Got it. In the low post. Gasol's got his second bucket.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leaders. Number 1, the Pacers.
Is both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. JaVale McGee's checked in for Gasol.
JaVale McGee!
James Johnson's checked in for Jeff Green. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Bryant.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot
Wow,
to
we
go
are
so
getting
far. Boy, I tell you what, nice
destroyed
run
right
here
now.
they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Lynn dishes to Moore. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
Man, can you always depend on him? Or
Oh, I
to lead
have
you
no
to the
doubt in
right
my
place
mind
with
that
that
Curry's
pass?
going to win
Money.
MVP.
Conley kicks to Stevenson. McGee sets the pick for Stevenson.
Wouldn't surprise me at all if they won another championship too.
And it's Rodney Stuckey with the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
I can tell you one team that's not going to have any award winners. That'll be the Bulls. Unless they hand out an award this year for the most disappointing team in the NBA.
Hill's checked in, and Stevenson kicks to right. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's more.
Come on, JaVale. Come on. What you can do, huh? Huh?
Yeah, but
huh?
he was the ultimate
Oh,
teammate.
Shaq the fool.
Defensively, also doing a great job. Couple blocks in that game as well. Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that.
Yeah, I think Olynyk will win Offensive Player of the Year.
Whoever's there.
Right sets a screen.
Although I think he'll give Curry a good contest for MVP.
Shot on the way, and that's not going to go. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 6. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
James Johnson, looking like an idiot.
Coaches just love.
Kevin, and so
red hair and the black beard.
I mean, a guy like that brings
looks
out the
stupid.
best in everybody on that team. They just kind of
choose one or the other.
And desire.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
We've got Lance Stevenson. Marcus Saul is out there with Johnson. And it's Conley, and it's Green. And at the
I should have shot that
position.
up.
That's the lineup for the Grizzlies. Let's check out.
That's a lot of work for a pair of free throws.
Well, Kev,
but I'll
Freak in
take
the last matchup against the Jazz really lit it up. He ended with 25 points and was his usual self on the glass, grabbing just about any missed shot that came off the rim. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
Now here's Conley. He had 19 points in the win against the Clippers.
And he also
wow
in that game, Kevin, just an amazing job with his passing.
I'll
just
give him that
a
shot.
Joy to watch that one.
And here is Lynn following Jeff Green's three.
Move the ball.
Lynn the pass to Moore. Some solid defense from Gasol. Memphis leading by 7.
Now this is exactly what I feared. They put up that 50-point game and then it's going to be nothing but duds.
Conley against Ellis. Stolen by Ellis.
Ooh, nice steal.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here's Conley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Randolph. Picked by Randolph.
No chance there, Zach.
Second shot opportunity. Pacers with
Nope.
the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
Yeah,
No!
you know,
Oh, almost got it
one
back.
win off of them last year, and that's what they're looking for now.
Now here is Conley following the miss by Zach Randolph.
Half a second more.
Gasol kicks to Stevenson.
That is Lance Stevenson. That's what I thought.
From outside the arc, and that one's good. Stevenson's got his first 3 points of the game.
This is definitely quite the interesting team that Memphis has put together here. Lance Stevenson, Kobe Bryant.
And you need the defense to stop the ball.
These aren't your daddy's Grizzlies. Well, maybe they are.
Big bodies and soft hands. Well, that's what these guys possess. The top assistants this year. Second is Marc Gasol.
It takes a tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of the low post.
Man, it's so much fun to watch a big guy handling and orchestrating things from the lane. I mean, it causes so many problems when you've got a guy who can score down there, who also has vision and an excellent
patience.
And here is Bryant following the three-pointer by Lance Stevenson. Conley dishes to Kobe. From deep.
Kobe.
Here's Randolph. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
Yeah, Olynyk's not going to do anything because Olynyk can't box out.
For them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Shot's good.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly,
at least he can hit his baskets.
Thus far, when it comes to attacking the
hey,
interior
box out like you shoot the ball.
Green with a screen for Gasol. Green, the screen. Conley, the pass to Randolph. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Randolph's got the lead up to 10 now for Memphis.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's George. Here's Moore.
And one.
A foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. They get Marc Gasol.
Kevin, here we can get a good look at Indiana and what kind of numbers they put up these last 10 games. First in shooting percentage. First in three-point shooting.
First.
They're also number one in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting,
a couple bounces on that one.
They're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. JaVale McGee's checked in for Gasol. White comes
It's
in
JaVale McGee.
And it's Johnson in for Jeff Green.
2-time Shackton a full MVP.
The Grizzlies shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Getting some more playing time this year. Who knows? He may go for his third Shackton a full MVP award. He's had some good ones this year.
Good on the second free throw.
Or bad ones, I guess, depending on how you look at it.
Pacers trail by 9. Hill kicks to George. From the arc. And he gets it to go. George has got 6.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Johnson. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
What do you think you are, James Johnson, Kobe Bryant? Kobe!
Ryan against Hill.
Voice cracked a little bit on that one.
As it goes out of bounds, Pacers retain possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Oh, JaVale McGee is definitely Shackton Hall of Fame. Wow, okay.
McGee with the block.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Long wingspan there.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Stuckey. One-on-one fast break. Here's Turner, and good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. And now it's just a 4-point.
I mean, he's a 2-time MVP, so yeah, I think if Shackton,
here is Conley.
If they ever shut it down, maybe when Shaq retires from broadcasting and that, maybe they'll do a Shackton Full Hall of Fame. There's no doubt JaVale McGee would be on that list. Kobe!
And a pretty tightly.
Some ground for you to make up, no doubt, here in the first half. What are the areas you need to improve on?
He's got some talent. He's just dumb. I guess this is the best way to put it. He just doesn't think. He just overplays stuff. And out of control. Little clumsy sometimes.
Kevin, a visibly frustrated young man.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Hey, at least he's known around the NBA. He could be a nobody. It may not be for the most glorious thing, but his name's there.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
What a great game for Randolph in this one. He's got 10 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
They really do. He is not giving up any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, you know he's going to be there to fight for it.
On the court for Indiana. Moore in at power forward. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then it's Olenek, and it's George in at the small forward. Now here's Moore. Olenek sets a screen for George. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Okay, that's a good start.
Recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Steal and then get points on the other end.
And
I'll
here's
take it.
Conley.
Ah,
Gasol is
another
straight on
defensive
Hill.
stop.
Conley kicks to Gasol. George against Green. 5 to shoot.
Oh, I jumped way too early on that one. Oh, but he took too long to shoot. He let me recover.
Hill with it. Conley picks him up. Down low.
Look.
Here's Moore. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
It was a little late
Moore's
reaction,
got it
but
all
it's
tied up
still got
now
enough
for
of
the
an
Pacers.
open look.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Conley. Memphis needs to get off a shot here.
Oh, I jumped way too early on that
goes
one.
out
Good
of
thing that's
bounds.
going out of bounds.
Last touch by Green. And now let's see who the NBA's hottest shooters
Kobe.
have been in the second half of the season. Freak number
Oh,
one.
myself and Paul
Second is
George.
Paul
1 and
George.
2. Nice.
How about these superb percentages, Kevin, from the floor for both of these players? I mean, they have put up outstanding numbers since the break. And I think it's a matter of concentration. They've really zeroed
You got
in
that
on shooting
deadly
the ball
1-2.
well and taking good shots.
I stand up, I sit down. Cramp! Cramp!
And a moment here to check out the stats for Conley. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 8 assists, and just over 2 steals. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Yeah, you know, you just plug him in. He's a flat-out scoring machine. When you plug him up, let him go.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in. The Pacers also with the
Oh,
Suns.
that's a wide open
Checked in.
baseline shot.
And George gets it to go.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. On the wing, Stevenson.
Get out of here, Lance.
They recover it. Green against George. Shoots a fader. Again, the miss by
Nope.
Green.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
The 3. The offensive rebound. Moore.
Get in there.
Made half of those 10
Dare
shots
miss
in the
that
game.
shot.
That's his 5th basket.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
They could use a big
And
shot
we've
here
come
to
back
get
and
this
taken a
offense going.
4-point lead.
Good, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Outside, Lynn. He feeds it to Moore. To the paint. Here's Olenek.
Come on, Olenek. Please hit that.
And it's a 6-point Pacer lead.
I think they need to get much more disruptive.
You have an 80 contact,
Can't just keep allowing
contact
these easy
dunk.
baskets.
Hit your
That's
layups.
got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Stevenson dishes to Conley.
You can take that much contact on a dunk. I know you can take that much on a
Well,
layup.
numbers since the All-Star break, and here's how Indiana ranks league-wide.
Yeah, that's definitely not possible for the Spurs to play the Warriors in the finals.
Free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
Unless you're talking about the Western
You said
Conference
it all right
Finals.
there. The hottest
Yes.
shooting team in the league. And
But
that tells
yeah,
you
not the
not only are
NBA
they
Finals. That
shooting
would
well,
that would
but
be
they're
a
also
little
focused
difficult
on
unless
creating
midway through the
terrific
season
opportunities
here,
for one another.
Golden State
As
or
far
San
as
Antonio
jump shots
suddenly
go,
switch
that's
conferences.
what you have to
I
continue to
don't
try
think
and
you're
get.
able to do that.
That one stayed out.
And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass. You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Lynn with it. They set the pick. And there's the feed to Olynyk. Hill passes to Moore. Gasol
Wow.
with the steal. A solo fast break. Here's Randolph. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And 12 points for Zach Randolph.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Yeah, I think Cleveland will probably make it for the Eastern Conference. I think it'll be either
132
the
left in the
Spurs
third
or the
quarter.
Warriors out of the West.
Outside Conley. Baseline try. And
It's not much competition in the East.
Randolph's got 4 points this quarter.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
There's the pick. And Miles kicks to Moore. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Moore's got 18 points in the game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
As we get a break in the action, now let's
I
take a look
wish.
at how the teams are
The
stacking
only way the
up.
Bulls are
Look at
going to win the
Indiana.
NBA championship is if I
Always
win it on
at the
NBA
top of the conference, and right
2K16
now they're in first place in contention for that
as the
exactly
Bulls.
where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And of
Team
course,
is
the
absolute
Chicago Bulls,
garbage.
right behind them, just one spot down.
And seeing where Indiana is, any fears of a regression for them this season have been laid to bed.
Wow,
They're an elite
Stuckey.
team yet again, and they're poised
Could you be any
for a
worse?
dominant stretch run here.
Looks that way to me. I mean, this is a team that appears perfectly primed for a deep run into the postseason, as long as they don't suffer any unforeseen injuries or setbacks.
The Grizzlies shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good.
Going to be interesting to watch them.
And Conley drops them both.
I mean, they won the one game without Jimmy Butler, and then they fell apart when he left.
Hill with Conley
Team's going
picks
to be
him up.
really
And
exposed
Hill
how bad they are.
Pass to Moore. It's back to Hill.
At least they got Dunleavy back,
Good.
bring a
And
little
Hill
more
picking up the
consistent
assist.
scoring to the lineup,
Really,
but
really good at recognizing the gaps.
they need Jimmy
and getting
Butler
the ball
out
to the
there,
rim.
and he's probably going to miss a few
Grizzlies are
games.
on a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Now here's Kobe, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Right with a screen on Stuckey.
Kobe!
And no good trying to get that one. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pacers lead by 4. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
Let's see. Yeah, the Bulls are playing Charlotte tonight. I think we might be able to win that game.
And we're set to start
Without
the action
Butler.
in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat.
Oh yeah, they lost to Minnesota. Well, Sacramento, that was the game they won without Butler, but Sacramento's such a mess. And they fell apart against Denver, just never got anything against Minnesota. Wouldn't be surprised at all if they lose to Charlotte tonight.
Pacers leading by 4. Green is out there with James Johnson. Then it's Brandon Wright, and there's Bryant, and it's Conley in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. The shot by George, wide open. Nailed from three-point
You
line.
would think they'd beat Charlotte, but they can't beat Minnesota.
He's got his first 3 of
Well, Minnesota's actually not that bad.
Outside, Kobe. He dishes it to Conley. It's rebounded by Indiana. Moore's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Hill. And it's
And
got 2
one?
free
Nope.
throws. Drew contact on the shot. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold
Bullshit.
from mid-range.
Should beat a
Just
lot of
kept
teams
hitting
this
those
year.
shots with consistency.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Marcus Gasol is checked in for Wright. Randolph comes in for Johnson. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Mike Conley. That one misses.
You know what? Good question.
Stevenson dishes to Kobe. Stevenson outside. Pass to Randall. And he banks in the layup.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Now, here's George. Zach Randolph with the rebound. Randolph's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Green, the pass to Stevenson. Bryant against George. And Bryant kicks to Gasol. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. That's now 8 points for
We are falling apart here.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending them to the...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Well, I guess the Minnesota's having a worse season than I thought. I didn't realize they were 16-36. Goes to show how much attention I've really been paying, not playing. I thought they were a little closer to the 500 mark than that.
Some changes for Indiana. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Turner. And it's Jeremy Lin in for
Yeah, the
George Hill.
Minnesota has... yeah, they made it 1 year while Garnett was there.
And we've made our way through just over
2004.
a minute and a half in this 4th quarter.
2003-2004 season.
Lin dishes to Moore.
I thought they had.
Lays it in. Moore's got 20 points.
Man,
I had to go
he
look
is
it up
just
really quick.
quickly in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Stevenson drives in.
First team foul. At the line for your Grizzlies, Lance Stevenson. 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Yeah, in fact, they made the playoffs several times. In fact, the 04-05 season,
That free throw
04-05. Yeah, 04-05 season was the first time they had missed the playoffs in 8 years. But yeah, it's been 10-some years since they've made the
Pacers
playoffs.
leading by 6. Over in the corner, Ellis. There's the pick. Back to Lynn. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
I have to keep reading there. My Minnesota Timberwolves knowledge is not up to date.
Bryant passes to Gasol. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Gasol's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That coverage is just too weak. I mean, heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse.
Ooh, good night, Stevenson.
Off the screen, and Freak throws it down.
Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
Stevenson outside. Gasol on the high post. It's rebounded by Indiana. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Up top, Lynn. He's guarded by Stevenson. Tries again.
And one.
Oh, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there
Yeah,
was
they've
some
not been
contact,
good
I wasn't sure
lately.
they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Some fantastic numbers for Freak. 11 rebounds and 4 blocks.
Simply putting on a show.
Yeah, he simply decided that he's going to do it all by himself. I know it's a team game, but every now and then, a guy like him can do it solo.
Michael Conley, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. That's good for Moore. Now Bryant. Gasol screen. Kobe kicks to Conley. Off the pick. Out that one. The Indians cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Gasol.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
On the wing, George. Over to the left wing. They double him with Green, and Moore kicks to George.
All alone.
Basket pushes the lead to double digits. George has got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Pacers. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of the 6 shots
Philly's
to the ball
awful.
so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Nice shot by Randall.
But of course, Minnesota's also drafted slightly better
Shooting has been
than
off the charts.
Philly as well, which has helped.
Outside, George. There's the screen. Pass to Ellis. Shoots the 3. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Outside, Bryant. Back to Conley. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. A minute 42 left to play in the final quarter.
Whoa,
And he was
Lin.
fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Grizzlies foul. Jeff Green adds his first personal foul. Shooting from the miss. Kelly Olynyk.
Okay, yeah, 03-04, I'm looking up their season-by-season record. Yeah, 03-04 was the last time they made the playoffs, losing in the conference finals to the Lakers.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. George against Bryant. Kicks it to Randolph. Stolen by George. For the finish. And Freak.
And there's the nice finish.
That's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
That was the year Los Angeles Lakers would go on to lose to the Pistons in the finals. But yeah, Garnett is too old now to help him anymore. I guess, you know, you've mostly got him there probably to be like a player mentor. Still get a little time out of him, let him play out the rest of his career and his original team, and kind of mentor some of the younger guys. Kobe!
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
And it's more penetrating. Can't hit.
That was an awful shot.
The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Bryant.
Kobe!
Quite enough under that one. And so it's Indiana with it. Moore with it. Gasol covering. Lynn, a screen on Gasol. Bryant against Ellis. 6 to shoot. And Moore kicks to George. And he drops him off the glass. George has got the lead up to 11 now for the Pacers.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have
Kobe!
played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
Down low, here's Moore. And he
Kobe!
goes strong with the one-handed jam.
I just feel like shouting
They're
Kobe
trying to
for
run
the
up the
rest of this
score here,
game.
but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the...
Well, Paul, congratulations on the win.
The 2K
Congratulations,
Sports
Paul.
Postgame Show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
Well, his ability to get into the paint and get to the rim was deadly. For a guy who's mainly a perimeter shooter, it was remarkable how many of his points came right at the bucket.
Tonight we saw him doing what he does best, control the backboards. With him out there, an opponent can't expect more than one shot for one possession. This guy eats every rebound. They're not giving up any second chances when he's on the floor.
Slam
That brings
dunk.
us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
Well, that track sounds like it was really slowing down there. Yep, I already know Jimmy Butler won't play tonight, and doubtful for Wednesday. Chalk up 2 more losses. Team is so bad. The talent that's on it, it's embarrassing how bad those guys are. Maybe we'll get one. Just need everyone else to play well. Take care of some boosts while I'm here. And then check where we're at stat-wise. And then that'll be the end. Okay, let's see here. League leaders. Ooh, I've jumped Irving again by just 0.1. 52-point game helped. Let's see here. Still leading the league in free throws. Good, 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 good. I hope I'm still... Oh, wow. I've really got a massive lead there. on total points. Yeah, second in the league in rebounds. Wonder what let's see, assists, 1, 2. Yeah, 6 among power forwards, that's not bad. I lead power forwards in rebounds, nice. Only 8 behind Serge Ibaka there. Plus minus of 1034. Let's see, so what is our next game? That's right, we got all these ridiculous back-to-backs here. So, alright, well, we'll pick things up tomorrow here with this back-to-back between with Atlanta and Brooklyn, and then we'll get the Washington game in there as well. Just a quick rundown of everything. Twitter is at 4moresports. YouTube is youtube.com/DSADeathAndy589. If that's the place to go if you want to catch up on past streams or want to see what kind of other content I have to offer, or if you ever have to miss a future stream and you want to check out what happens, everything's uploaded to YouTube, barring I have no problem with the exporting process. All right, Mr. Rai, we'll see you in the next stream. Thanks for jumping in again. Excuse me. Let's see here. If you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a good old thumbs up. And, of course, if you'd like to help support the stream, 3 ways you can do so are to follow me here on Twitch and continue to come back and watch yourself. You can also tip the stream, and tips go towards covering general living costs, buying games, upgrading equipment, stuff like that. But of course, I'll never shake you down for money. You're always welcome to come here and watch the stream. So if you'd like to help out in a way and can't donate, then just a simple share with friends, family, or whoever would be a big help. If you're our fellow streamer or have a YouTube gaming channel, want to work out a promote, you can direct message me on Twitter and we can work out the details there. Let's see here. I think that covers everything in that aspect. Of course, the next NBA 2K16 stream will be tomorrow morning in the short morning sports stream. Like I said, we'll pick things up here with this back-to-back against Atlanta and Brooklyn. I almost Brooklyn. But coming up this afternoon, I will be back in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Hopefully the stream will work a little better. I'm going to try lowering the quality on the video before I start it this time. Hopefully help with any of the lagginess and the choppiness that was last Thursday's stream, trying to avoid a little bit of that, because I think that's what I did the last time. I ended up lowering the quality on the video because it was a little choppy. So we'll be again Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare this afternoon, and then again the next NBA 2K16 stream will be tomorrow morning. So far, looks like a normal week. I'm still waiting to hear word on whether or not I have to go help broadcast a basketball game on Wednesday, so there may not be a Wednesday afternoon stream, but so far that would be the only day that would be affected at all. Should be a normal week outside of that, but of course, as soon as I find out that information, I will let you know on Twitter. I think that covers everything now, so therefore, until the next time you decide to tune in, I will see you at that point, but until then, have a great day, everyone.